guys, happy new year. I cannot believe that it is 2018. I know everybody's probably saying this, but 2017 went by so quickly, and I don't know if this is just a thing with aging, but I need time to slow down a little bit. I wanted to do something a little different. I just want to talk about my goals for 2018. Usually I come on here and talk about my goals, but also do like an Erin Condren haul of things I use to help keep me organized and on track. But I realized that last year I don't really use a lot of my Erin Condren things. The only things I really use now are my notebooks and my notepads. I think I'm an electronic keeper of appointments and deadlines. Like keeping something in an actual like planner, that just doesn't work for me. So I decided not to purchase any planner this year because honestly, if you looked at my planners in past years, Chloe, you heard mama talking and you just had to come upstairs. I heard you downstairs screaming. You missed me. I was putting on my makeup to do a video. You gonna be quiet if you stay in here? You promise? Okay. So yeah, I decided this year not to do any Erin Condren planner because if you look at my previous planners from like the past 3 years, I barely use them and it's a waste of money. So I'll just continue to buy notepads and notebooks. But I do want to talk to you guys about channel goals and life goals, financial, health, spiritual, what have you, because starting last year I really started on a journey of like self-improvement and like things I can do to help improve my life and the space I'm in, just everything like that, because I am getting a little older and I just think it's always good to be mindful of the goals and things that you want to achieve. So I have a list in my phone, but I kind of know about them off the top of my head. So first I'm going to start with financial goals. I think that's something that probably everyone watching this video can relate to. If you're an adult or if you're not an adult, it's always good to start planning for your finances or retirement or what have you at any point. So my first goal is going to be to continue to save. Every time I get paid, I save a chunk of my money. I put it directly into savings. It's the first thing I do when I wake up. I do it before I pay any bills, spend any money. It just really helps keep me focused towards savings. I find that when I do that and I create a budget, I'm really able to be successful. Some of my coworkers joke with me because like the Monday before I get paid, I'm already saying like all my money is allocated, and that's really true. Before I get paid, I like to sit down and make a budget of things that are going to be consistent, such as bills or groceries or gas, but also things that are incidental, like having to pay for boarding for my dog, or if I need some new makeup items, or if I need new clothes, stuff like that. I like to work it into my budget so that I kind of have a ballpark of how much money I have and how much I need to be saving or shifting around and what have you. So I want to continue to save a good amount of money every month. And I also started investing in some stocks. So I think I'm going to put aside extra money on top of what I save every month to put into my stocks, so that I'm making sure I invest. One thing that's really important to me this year was to just look at the different rates of how much you save and what type of accounts you can get. So like I know my savings account is probably like less than 5/10 or 5/10. It's a very small amount that I get every month, no, every year, my annual percentage rate or something like that. I mean, I'm not like a wealth expert or a financial expert, but I do know that when you have a regular savings account, you're not getting a high percentage based on how much you keep in that account. So I want to start doing more with stocks because I was reading, and on average you get about a 10% gain on your money every year. So I'm going to be putting towards that every month, probably every week, my stocks. So that's going to bring my savings to my monthly savings. From what I earn, I'm going to put money in stocks. I also might do a high yield savings account. I just started following Coco McQueen's new financial literacy is what I would call it, Instagram, and I think it's called Credit Couture. And she was talking about higher yield savings account. I think it's called like HYSA, and I think you get 1.3%, which is a lot more than you get from a traditional savings account. So I want to start putting some money in there as well. Also, I want to start my Roth IRA. That's something that my father talked to me about before I even started working, and I definitely think that's important. A Roth IRA is going towards retirement, and I always think that people, especially my age, don't necessarily think about saving for retirement, but that's something that I'm grateful that my parents sit down and have talks with me about, because you don't really think about how much money you're going to need in retirement, especially if you want to maintain the current lifestyle that you're living, and if you don't want to be working until you're like 80. So that's something that I definitely don't want to be doing. So planning for retirement is definitely great. So that will mean I will have my regular savings, my high yield savings account, I have my stocks, and then my Roth IRA. I'm also going to start contributing to my 401k this year, so that will be great, and I have company matching for that, so that's awesome. Another thing I want to do is generate multiple sources of income, and that's something that I always stress to people, because for me, just having a basic salary is not enough. And I don't mean that in terms of being ungrateful, but I just mean for how I like to live my lifestyle and for the things that I like to do with my money, I have to have multiple streams of income. So for me right now, I have my job that I get a salary from, and then I have YouTube. Now, in previous years, I used YouTube money just to like shop and have fun. And I think I'm gonna still continue to do that this year, but I'm just gonna be a little smarter about it. So maybe every other check, because I do get paid monthly, I will save or invest it. And then on those off months, I can use that to have fun and shop or save for vacations or what have you. Another thing I'm going to do is start a little small business. I'm not necessarily going to talk about it now, but it is something that I will speak about later on when it gets off the ground. But it has something to do with the career that I'm in, HR, and something that I see all the time when I'm actually in my job day to day, something that I really think will be of use to others. So I'm going to do that, and with that money, I plan to invest. Did I say I wanted to invest that? No, I think I'm going to use all the money from that business to put in my Roth IRA. Now, there are some limits on how much you can put in a Roth IRA. So anything beyond what I determine that monthly limit will be, I'll just put that into my savings or into stocks. Okay, so now my sources of income will be my job, YouTube, and then my small business. Another thing I want to do is have another small business, being a drop ship company. And this is something I'm still looking into, but I was watching someone's Instagram live about a week or two ago, and they were basically talking about ways you can make money from home without actually having product in your home. So this is like, you could have a lash company or a candle company or a hair company, and you can make money without having to keep actual stock in your home, which is great, because then you don't have to ship things, you don't have to worry about having space to store things. So that's something I want to get into as well, and that will bring me up to 4 sources of income. And for right now, that's great. I think later on, when I become more established, I definitely want to do rental properties, because that's something that I have a passion for. I really like, I think if I wasn't in my career field right now and maybe I was married, I would really like to do real estate, because I don't know, I just love stuff like that, like looking for homes, helping people find homes. Like, I love that. So maybe later on in life, but right now I think I'm definitely just going to keep it to my salary, YouTube, and then my 2 small businesses, and that will bring me to 4 sources of income, which I think is great. Now, the reason why I'm doing all these things is because if you guys watch my channel, you can see that there's a certain like standard of living that I like to live, and I don't want to have to basically give up the things I like. I'd rather work a little harder to make a little extra money and be able to do the things that I like while also saving towards my future and planning for my future. So those are my goals for this coming year. as far as financially, health-wise, every year, just like with so many of you guys, my goal is going to be to lose weight. But seriously, this year I have to do it because I just can't keep gaining weight. I don't like it. My clothes don't fit how they want to. I can never fit the clothes from last year. I'm just sick of it. So I'm going to really make a plan to really get back to being healthy. When I started this channel, that was like the lowest that I was at in my adult life, and I was comfortable at that weight, but I wanted to lose more. And because it wasn't happening, I kind of self-sabotaged, and I really think that my body was comfortable at that weight, and any lower just wouldn't have been, I don't think it was achievable for one, but it wouldn't have been healthy for my body type and the way that my body operates. So I'm gonna try to get back down to that. I'm going to continue to work out. I started in December, but then with the holiday, I was just like a couch potato because I was so exhausted from work. But I'm definitely, for the first week of the new year, I'm going to cut back on my portions and on eating out. And then in my second week, I'm going to incorporate working out. I'm also going to get a pre-workout. I went to GNC once and got it. I'll try to link it down below. It's like an apple cider like pre-workout, but it really gives you a lot of energy, and that's something that I'm gonna need because when I get home from work, I'm really tired. So I definitely want to try to lose between 5 to 10 pounds a month, and by the end of the year I should be well past my goal or at my goal. But I just really have to stay motivated and stay focused because that's kind of where I get off track. I'm like, oh, I can skip today. No, I really need to have like some accountability. So I'm gonna do that. Another goal I have for myself is to read 1 book a month, and let me go get the book that I actually have for January. So this is a book by Sarah Jakes Roberts, and it's called Colliding with Destiny. Now I watch TD Jakes online. That is my pastor. I do watch it online. Sarah Jakes Roberts is his daughter, and I really like her way of delivering messages. I think her story is great, and I heard that this book is really good. It's the story of Ruth, a journey of transformation, and I really think this is a great book to start off my year, talking all about transformation and your destiny. I think this is a great book to get me started. So every month I want to read a different book. I think that reading not only keeps your mind sharp, but you can also gain a lot from reading. And I think, let's see, how many pages is this book? It's 214 pages roughly. I can carve out like 10 minutes a night to read, and I think that would really help me spiritually and psychologically, mentally, all that great stuff. So I'm definitely going to try to read a new book every month, and hey, who knows, maybe I'll even get into 2 books a month. But reading is something I definitely want to get back into. I think that when you read, you keep your mind sharp, and the people who read are usually the smartest. I'm just gonna throw that out there. So yeah, reading every month, that's something I want to do. Let's see, any other goals for myself? I don't really have any other goals. I would like to say dating is gonna be a goal of mine, but honestly, and it's like some people don't understand when I say this, dating in 2017 is extremely hard. I really don't know if it's just because of the applicant pool that's out there, or if it's because of my high standards, which I really don't think I have high standards. Look at Chloe. I just want to be respected, appreciated, and I want someone who I can have a good time with, and you have to be smart and somewhat attractive. Like, those are my only standards. But the problem that I run into is finding a guy who's respectful. I don't know what's going on, but I don't run into too many respectful guys. And with me, how I meet you, my first impression is very lasting. So if you come to me being disrespectful, you're more than likely not going to get a good response. So I just don't have good luck with dating. I don't know what's going on with that, but my whole philosophy around that is I'm just interested in trying to be the best person I can be, and whoever God sends for me, that is perfectly fine. I'm open to it, but I'm not going to put tons of energy into it because, like, I'd rather spend that energy bettering myself, and I am still young, so I do still have time for all that great stuff. But those are pretty much my most important goals, all the things I can think of right now. As far as my YouTube channel, I just want to continue to be consistent and interact with you guys. I really just like love my channel. For me, YouTube is a way for me to be creative, to help people, and it's like my social life because I really don't have a big social life. I'm a bit of a homebody. I love to be at home with my dog, but this affords me the opportunity to meet new people, to interact with you guys, and I think you all like it as well. I know I want to do more meetups, so hopefully I'll be able to do one in the spring and then another one in the fall. I know when I had my meetup last year, that was really fun, and I wanted to do another one, but I think with transitioning into working, I just got way too busy and it wasn't on my mind. But yeah, I want to do meetups and just continue to grow and learn. I want to get back into my love for makeup. I think last year the makeup industry just really disappointed me and I wasn't that into makeup, but I want to get my love for makeup back. Not necessarily buying makeup every week like I was doing years ago, but just trying different things out every once in a while. Maybe I'll give myself a little Sephora budget once a season to spend a couple of $100s just to get back into my love of makeup. I feel like I lost that last year and I really want to get back into that. So yeah guys, those are all of the goals I have for this year. I'm sorry this video was so long, but you guys know I love to talk and I love to share with you guys. So if you guys have any major goals, please share them with me below. I always think it's really good to do one of these videos or even sit down by yourself at home and write your goals down on pen and paper or put them in your phone. I think it's great to have something to refer back to. So yeah, I can't wait to start checking things off my list. I have already started checking things off my list, so that's great, and I just can't wait for you guys to come on this journey with me into the new year. I'm really excited about it. So if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will see you in the next video. Bye.